If you can't see the overall vision or strive for a significant goal, because you only see things from the perspective of a regular worker, then you won't achieve success. It's a fact that if your brain isn't accustomed to thinking like those who achieve great things, you'll struggle to find your path. Even those who start a big project without a clear vision eventually end up thinking this way due to the challenges they face. So, if you already understand the importance of thinking like a CEO, why not speed up the process and train your brain? That's what this video is all about. Welcome to Top Tier Success, where we provide valuable information on business, investing, and personal growth. Our goal is to help you achieve financial freedom and live life on your own terms. If you haven't subscribed yet, you're missing out on insights that can truly transform your life. Now, before we delve deeper, let's clarify what it means to think like a CEO. While each person is unique, there are certain traits that CEOs commonly share. These traits collectively define how a CEO's mind operates. Having a growth mindset. Let's start with understanding the idea of a growth mindset. You've probably heard this term before, and it simply means believing that you can learn anything with effort. There are no limits to acquiring new skills. But let's dig a bit deeper. Having a growth mindset is not just about skills. It's about realizing what's possible and having faith that there's always a way to achieve what you need. When you embrace this mindset, your perspective begins to change. For instance, you realize that you don't have to be a chef to run a successful restaurant, or that you don't need millions of dollars for effective marketing. You don't even need an MBA to start a business. Instead, it's a matter of understanding cause and effect, and gradually breaking down barriers until something great emerges. Michelangelo's famous quote captures it perfectly. Every block of stone has a statue inside, and it's the sculptor's task to discover it. This quote exemplifies the essence of a growth mindset, knowing and truly believing that greatness exists, and that it's only a matter of time until you find your way. Having a growth mindset can set you apart from those who think there's nothing more to achieve. In real life, it means that if you can sell something to one person, there's a way to sell it to 1 million people. If you can lose 1 pound, there's a way to achieve the body you desire. If you can make one person laugh, there's a way to make an entire crowd laugh. It all starts with taking that first small step and realizing that there's much more out there than meets the eye. Being proactive. Now, let's talk about another important trait of successful CEOs, being proactive. Being proactive means you don't wait for things to happen so you can react to them. Instead, you make things happen, and others react to you. In the majority of cases, those who are reactive tend to lose. Let's consider a simple example of losing weight. If you suddenly have an upcoming event in 3 months, like a wedding or high school reunion, and you realize you want to look better, being reactive makes it harder for you to start getting in shape. And even if you do manage to lose weight, you're more likely to regain it after the event because you weren't in control of the situation. You didn't plan for it. An outside event pushed you into action, and you merely reacted to it. Your motivations weren't in the right place, leading to rushing, panicking, and seeking shortcuts, which often result in poor outcomes. On the other hand, when you're proactive, being healthy becomes a way of life. External events cannot push you into panic mode. Let's say you have a job, and unfortunately, you're let go. It happens quite often these days. If you're used to being reactive, you'll probably take the first job you can find, regardless of whether you like it or not, just to pay the bills. However, if you're proactive, it means you've built a valuable skill set over time. Losing your job would be a significant loss for the company, and other companies would compete to hire you. You can apply this principle to any situation you like and observe the same results. Being proactive means taking actions that you know will be useful later, putting you in a position where you're always one step ahead. Resilience. Now let's talk about resilience. Simply put, resilience is how good you are at pushing yourself when you don't feel like it. It's easy to do things when you're motivated, excited, and genuinely passionate about them. That's why some people can play video games for hours on end. It's engaging and fun. But real life doesn't always work that way. Most days won't be exciting or enjoyable. That's when you need to find your why and build your resilience around it. One story that comes to mind is the production of the Lord of the Rings series. The crew had to work long and intense hours. And some of them even took naps under their tables to meet deadlines. While that's not an ideal situation, the point is that when you have a strong reason to do something, and believe great things will come from your efforts, resilience begins to grow. You discover new levels of energy within yourself that you didn't know existed. These are the 3 main traits commonly found among top CEOs, but there are many more. For now, let's focus on these 3. However, knowing about them won't make a difference if you don't apply them to your own life. This is where you need to start training your brain. The first step is to choose a project in your life. It could be something you've always wanted to do but never got around to. Something you're already doing but not putting your full effort into. Or something you know you should be doing but don't know where to begin. Write it down on a piece of paper, and then add 10x next to it. For example, if your project is to get in shape, 10x might mean competing in a triathlon. If your 10x goal seems ridiculous, you're on the right track. The purpose of this exercise is to force a growth mindset and start developing. We often overestimate the big picture and underestimate the small steps. For example, if you write that you'll do 10 push-ups every day, it might feel like a significant commitment. But if you write that you'll compete in a triathlon, suddenly those 10 push-ups seem like nothing. Apply this approach to various aspects of your life, and you'll see your mindset gradually shift from, "This can't be done," to, "How can this be done?" However, it's important to actually take action and go through the process. Just thinking about it won't yield any results. On the same piece of paper, write down 3 things you know are good for you, or will benefit you in the future but that you're not currently doing. It could be something more challenging, like building a 6-month financial safety net. Or something simple, like drinking a certain amount of water every day. Start doing these 3 things and make them your new routine. Once they become a habit, write down 3 more and repeat the process. This will be the hardest challenge when it comes to resilience. Doing things even when you don't feel like it. Everyone has different ways of dealing with this. Some meditate, some listen to motivating music, and some simply push through and get it done. Find what works for you and stick to it. That's all for now. Put into practice what you've learned today. And we promise you'll start to see significant changes in yourself in under 3 months. And as a bonus, for those who stick with us until the end, the final step of thinking like a CEO is to focus on the results, not just the effort. Track numbers, optimize systems, and eliminate time-wasting activities. Nobody cares about how much effort you put in or how many hours you worked. Only the results matter. So don't get lost in busyness for the sake of being busy. There are multiple ways to achieve similar results. So don't commit yourself excessively to something that's inefficient. Remember, focus on the outcomes that you're aiming for. We hope you found value in this video. Now it's time to take action and apply these principles in your life. Start by developing a growth mindset, believing that you can learn anything you set your mind to. Be open to new possibilities and trust that there's always a way to achieve what you need. Next, embrace being proactive. Don't wait for things to happen, make them happen. Take control of your circumstances and work towards creating opportunities. Whether it's improving your health or building valuable skills, be proactive in shaping your future. Lastly, cultivate resilience. Push yourself even when motivation is low. Find your why and keep it at the forefront of your mind. When things get tough, remind yourself of the bigger picture and the great things that will come from your efforts. Discover the inner strength and energy that lie within you. Remember, change won't happen overnight. It takes consistent effort and dedication. But by practicing these 3 traits, growth mindset, proactivity, and resilience, you'll be on the path to thinking like a CEO and achieving success in your own life. We're confident that if you put these principles into practice, you'll witness remarkable transformations within yourself. And don't forget to focus on the results, track your progress, and optimize your approach along the way. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care and best of luck on your journey to becoming a CEO.